Yeah, mate, it's end of days. This guy keeps sending me videos. I can tell you, my woman's a Kente licker now. She lick at the licking Kente. It's not a ladylike. I'm covered in her feces. I got a human feces all over me. I'm living in the dark. It's no toilet paper. I can tell you, it's not safe above ground. But this guy wants to stop sending me videos, mate. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. It might be like witchcraft. It might be like witchcraft to me. You know, I got the toilet paper now because of him, maybe. I don't know. I don't know who to blame. I don't know about these things. Sometimes I go silly from the fumes of my own feces. But I can tell you, courage is a vulnerability, and vulnerability is courage, like a shadow and a light, and neither can exist without the other. Shh, they can hear us above the ground, maybe the above ground people. We can't trust them anymore, I can tell you. We're forced to whisper to one another, I can tell you. I got heart, but I will never give in. I will be covered in my own feces forever if I have to be. Because a heart that can break is better than no heart at all. I got no toilet paper. I can tell you. I got feces up to my eyebrows. Yes. But this guy doesn't care about these things. He's got a toilet paper. I don't got that. I not got that. I got the vulnerability. He got the courage. With toilet paper, you got the courage, I can tell you. But when you got none, you got the vulnerability. Look at me. I live in a fizzy covered room, deep underground. The above ground people will never get me. They will never get me. They're fighting over toilet paper. But once it's all over, shh, it will be okay for me to come out then. Mate, I could even hear Stella on the above ground, with the above ground people. I could hear her up there. She trying to find me, whispering to me things. I can't tell you she knows I'm down here, but I said, don't give my position away up there, Stella. I can't tell you. I got in the toilet paper. But she wanted. She wanted from me, but I tell her, what makes you vulnerable makes you beautiful, mate. I can tell you that. Look at that bed. That bed is eating sea-turtles. Yes, that the bird watching, maybe. I got a sedator. I don't know. I don't know about these things. I just know about the Stella. She's an above ground person. She's a third looker now, but that makes her beautiful. You're beautiful to certain people, but not me, Stella. I'm hiding. I'm hiding down here. I'm up to my eyebrows and feces. Okay? I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating from the fumes, Stella. Okay? There's no toilet paper down here. Don't expose me to the light. I'm like a mushroom. I'll die, Stella, I can tell you. I like to be in my own fumes down here, hiding, waiting for the world to accept me, and then I'll crawl out. I'll crawl out covered in my own feces. Yes, like a little baby sea turtle. And then I'll get my toilet paper, Stella. Okay, I can tell you, I'm not becoming a turtle like you, man. Okay? I'd rather be in my own feces. Yes, it feels good down here. It feels good, I can tell you. But I can tell you that man never made any material that is as resilient as the human spirit. Okay, even toilet paper, it is not as resilient as the human spirit, mate. We were given this life because we are strong enough to live it. I can tell you, I'm up to over my waist in feces. I can tell you, it is around the neck level, but I like to say I'm up to my eyebrows because it feels nicer to me. It feels nicer, but if I really was, I wouldn't be able to talk. I can tell you I've just got feces on my eyebrows. I'm not up to it in the feces. I can tell you. I got a beautiful eyebrow, but it's covered in feces. I can sense it a bit myself. I can't look at myself down here. It's full of feces. The toilet paper has run out. It has run out above ground, I can tell you. But I can tell you that some people might have frowned upon living in your own feces from the world. I can tell you, but just when the caterpillar, he thought the world was over, but then he became a beautiful butterfly. Yes. Shh. You got to whisper. They are graph behind people. They can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. They want nothing but toilet paper. I can tell you that. But if you don't have any shadows, you're not living in the light. But I'm living in the darkness. In the darkness, I can tell you, full of feces. Full of feces from lack of toilet paper. Yes. But this guy, he's a day. Look at him. Yes, voila for I can tell you. Shh. The above ground people, man. I can hear them. I can hear them. They can smell me. They can smell the scent of me. Yes. That is me hiding in my inner feces. But it's too dangerous and scary above there, I can tell you. I'm not gonna above ground, mate. That's where they live. That's where they live for fighting. I'm fighting for toilet paper. I deserve it down here in my inner feces. Yes. Shh. Yeah, okay, mate. That's good. I got so well for him, mate. He's out there. He's probably got toilet paper. But if you don't, I can tell you, I love challenges here. But that's what happens. But I love challenges are not supposed to paralyze you, mate. They're supposed to help you discover who you are without the toilet paper and covered in the feces. I can tell you, I love challenges can shut us, mate, into like a million pieces. But when we have been totally broken down, that is when we can rebuild a better trend version of the society, man. We got to just crawl out. We crawl out from our holes covered in feces, I can tell you. But shh, for now, we have to stay alert. Stay alert with the above ground people fight. They fight for toilet paper, I can tell you. But we're waiting. We're waiting in the feces, yes. But I can tell you the smart thing to do is hiding our emphasis. It is what a smart man would do. I'm a smart man. It is it's a natural progression of us. I can tell you as like a human race, man. Don't cry because this happened. Don't cry because when it's over either. Smile because it happened. That is what we'll do as a people. We'll crawl out of our feces. We'll crawl out of our own feces and say life is under no obligation to give us what we expect, but we will expect it nonetheless. We are covered in our own feces. Look at us. Look into our eyes. I see that. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, I can plan that. I can think about that when I'm in the dark, man. I think about the things I'll say to people. I want to look at these above ground people and say that I say things of passion to them. But I can tell you that a difficult time can be more readily endured, mate, if we retain the conviction that our existence holds a purpose, a cause to purpose, a person to love maybe, a goal to achieve. I don't know about this. I only know about that success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is courage, courage to continue, mate. That's what counts. Don't worry about the toilet paper. We can survive this as a team.